Hello, guys. This is Jae Burnham with the Real Jae Burnham Show. And today we're going to be talking why you guys need a website and the four basic elements that you have to have on your website to be a good website. And if you don't have these four elements, you are losing a lot of business. And this comes from almost 10 years of having different websites and finding out what worked and what didn't work. Okay, so let's get right into this video. Thank you for coming out. I really, truly appreciate it. Now, the first thing is we are living in a digital society. Everybody today has a cell phone, a smartphone, or they're on a tablet, or they're sitting down at a desktop like what I'm doing right now. However, we've all connected to the internet at one time or another, almost 24/7. And people are using the internet to find us left, right, and center. I am finding in my own personal business on my website that I'm getting almost a little over 50% of all the traffic coming to my website is coming to me from mobile devices such as tablets and cell phones. That's a little, almost about between 50 and 60%. That's huge. And per the results and per all the things I'm reading, that's actually supposed to be increasing. So people are actually, when they're looking for movers, they're going to movers they're looking for websites and they're looking for information that's on their tablets or their cell phones. So if you don't have a website, if you're not online and you don't have a website, and especially if it's especially not set up for mobile friendly, you are not going to get found. It was like back in the days, if you had a business and you didn't put yourself in the yellow pages, you were not considered a legitimate business. And that's the same mentality we have today. If you don't have a website, if you don't have some sort of web presence, you are considered not a legitimate business. You are considered a fly-by-night or a rogue, a scam, and an illegal mover in this case. And that is something that's horrible, because I know a lot of you are out there and you just don't know how to build a website. So I'm going to give you the four basic elements to a working, profitable website. Okay, now you understand why we have to have a website. Now we're going to give you what you're supposed to have in the website. So I pulled up some pictures of different websites. These are generic websites, and I'm going to show you a little bit of things, what we're going to do. But first, let me go over the four basic things you have in your website, and then let's take a look at some of these example websites and see if those elements are on that website. Okay, and then we're going to finally go to my website and take a look at that. All right. So the four elements you have to have on your website is your phone number. That's number one. And if you can make your phone number clickable, like if they're on their phone and they can tap the phone number and dial you, better at. But at least you got to have the phone number on your website. Make it clickable if you can. That is really important. If you can make the phone number clickable, you're going to get a lot more calls. You're going to get a lot more response from your website. Failing that, at least have your phone number bright, and that should be one of the top things. It should even be bigger than your logo. Your logo is secondary compared to your phone number and the way to get a hold of you. Okay, get that. Phone number is more important than your logo. If you got a huge logo, that's narcissistic and it's silly. Who cares? Let them get your phone number, and then once they start talking to you or your salespeople, they're going to get to know, like, and trust you. Your logo is secondary. All right, so make your logo small. It doesn't need to be huge. Okay. Second thing that should be on your website that has to be above the fold, and I'll discuss what above the fold is a quote form, an estimation form, or a button that's clearly defined that says, "Hey, get a free estimate from us." Okay, and again, I'm going to go over some examples, and we're going to go over that. All right, 2, 3. You have to have testimonials. Get testimonials no matter what. You have to have some testimonials. So I don't care if you bribe your former customers or not, you need to get their picture and what they said about you. Preferably have them send them to Facebook, and then you can use that. Once it's Facebook, then it's on public, and you don't even have to have their permission to use it at that point. All right, so have them go to Facebook, have them go to some public forum, which is going to have their face on it and their name, and then you don't have their permission because they've already done it on a public source. So all you have to do is take it off and put it down. See where I'm going with it? If they don't do it like that, then have a forum or have them do a video. A video testimonial is number one, but just having testimonials, you've got to have testimonials because that's how people are going to know, oh, yeah, look, oh, I know Sally Joe. Yeah, or maybe they're a Facebook friend or something. But having testimonials is key, and I just don't see moving companies hardly at all have any kind of testimonials, and that's sad because that is one of the biggest points of selling your services is having testimonials, finding out what other people are saying. Because believe it or not, if you don't have testimonials on your page, they're going to go to Google, they're going to go to Facebook, they're going to go everywhere else to see what other people are saying about your moving company. So you should cut them off at the pass and put it on your own website. Okay, good. 4, social proof. Social proof is basically and groups that you belong to. Anything that you've done in the community, if you've got an article published on the Huffington Post, anything that provides legitimacy towards your business, preferably like if you belong to a moving association, real estate association, business associations, chamber of commerce, etc. These are really good places to get social proof, okay? So now that we have those are the 4 things that you're supposed to have to give it. Let's actually take some examples. And I'm just went to Google here, so let me minimize myself. Good, move myself down. Here's one that I brought up, and this is a generic form. This isn't really a moving company, but here you got a nice thing. You notice the logo, really small, but then you've got the phone number and email and all this right up here. This is what people are going to see, and then you got a red button on a yellow field that's where the eye gets directed to. It says request a quote, so they click it. Again, then they come down. Again, get a free quote right there in big red bold box. Family owned and operated. I don't like the headline, but there is some text here. And then you got some nice text at the below. And then you got this phone that says family owned, operated, family owned and operated. Who cares? Call now for a free quote. That's what it should say. That's what it should say. Instead of family owned and operated, who gives a flying flea? But anyway, that's a rabbit hole. We're not going to get into it. But what it should say is call now for a free quote. And instead of white text, this should be like red text. And then you got the thing. But here's the 4 elements. Now, does it have all the 4 elements? Well, it does have the phone number. It does have several places to get a quote. Doesn't have a quote form, but here's one for a quote, here's one for a quote, another one for a quote. Okay, so it's got places where it quote. No testimonials. I don't see any kind of testimonials. I don't see a place to click for testimonials. Doesn't have anything like that. And there's no social proof. We don't know. Of course, this is just an example again. And let's pick up another example of something. I don't know. Oh, here, let's go here. Starving students. Now, this is a real website. This is an example. But what do we got here? We got its phone number. Good. Talk to us now. Good. Get started now. Free, no obligation rate quote. Instead of having this in red, I would change no obligation rate quote here in red. That one, I would have that in red instead of get started now in red. But hey, at least they got it right here. Then you see the phone number again right on their truck, and you got a picture of their truck. Again, their logo's too big. I could really care less about your logo. I see it right here. You're just, what I want to know is what you could do for me. And anyway, their Texas thing, but they don't have any testimonials, and there's no social proof, but they do got their phone number, and they do got an estimate. So that's better than nothing. Anyway, here's another example of one. You can see it was sort of like the one we did the first time. Again, got all the phone numbers, request a quote, request a quote. So y'all got it. Here's another one. Call us, request a quote, get a free moving quote. So they got a lot of places to get quotes. the number should be bigger. I think instead of having all this stuff, their number should be like right here, like big time. Their logo is small, which is good, but there's no social proof and there's no testimonials. There should be some testimonials. Again, so there are some examples of it. So now I'm going to use my website, and we're going to go to my website, and we'll see what we got here. So we got my phone number right up here. Phone number. Click here. Now, what are we missing? We're missing a quote form, but we do have it. If you scroll down, I do have one here. It's ugly, but it should be up here. Should be up here, somewhere up in here. Maybe there should be 3 sections here, a little bit of text, maybe the video, and then the quote form. This should be a button for a quote form. I'm missing out here, folks. I'm missing out on a lot of traffic because I have no quote form above the fold, and here's the fold. Right? You can scroll down. Yeah, I got it. And people do scroll down and do fill this out. And I do have testimonials. Look at this. Here's my testimonials. And they're video testimonials. I'm telling you right now, video testimonials are great. And you can go and click here, and you'll go to a whole other page of my website, which is some text. It's going to be a little, start. And then you're going to see a bunch more video testimonial videos. Isn't that awesome? Quite honestly, I could get rid of this. That's just a video I had made up. Who gives a flying foo-foo about that? I should get rid of that. Because why are they coming here? They're looking for testimonials. So let's give them the testimonials instead of all this other stuff. But you see in the sidebar, more testimonials. So I got testimonials. Okay. And then I got my social proof. You can see I'm part of the different business associations, Realtor Association, Michigan Movers Association. I was on the Michigan Business Wrap, which is a radio station. I was actually featured on that. So I've got all the elements, but is it perfect? No. I mean, the other ones had at least had the quote up here, up on above the fold. I don't. And so I have all the elements where those examples we didn't see what was below the fold on those, but we do see that my website has it. So that is what you should have. I'm showing you my website to give you a good critical estimate. Tomorrow I'm going to go over some examples of other websites of some non-members and some members from the moving company insiders to show you what they're doing, and then we can go over that, okay? But today, you could just see why we have to have a website and the 4 elements to a profitable, successful website. All right, guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share it with all your family and friends, and of course, by all means, subscribe to the channel. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.